Hello, everyone. This is horror author James Hershey Jr. from the Staring to the Abyss radio show. And today's article comes from animalian.com. And the title here is Bigfoot-like Creature Seen on the Highway Traffic Cam. And it was published on December 24th, 2019. This one's very, very fresh. A fascinating traffic camera picture from an Oregon highway might confirm a motorist report that they encountered Bigfoot during last month's driving around the region. And here is the actual photograph, but we're going to look at that photograph once the article is done. I've got it pulled up and blown up bigger so you can see the little red circle with the supposed Bigfoot. You can see it much clearer than you can in a little picture. There's also a little bit larger picture down in the article that I'll show you as well. The close encounter took place on November 30th, according to a Umatilla, Morrow County Watch Facebook group that tracks scanner reports in the state, when a citizen made what was defined as a frantic phone call to the local police and said they had just seen Bigfoot. The witness reported that the creature was dwarfing the guardrail and was too big to be a bear. And here's a slightly larger version of that original picture. And here it says that it took place on I-84 at Hood River, exit 64A. And it was updated November 30th, 2019 at 11:18 p.m. So this right here is the actual traffic cam picture. And as I said, I've blown it up larger so we can really get a good look at it after the article. This is Elevation 102, tripcheck.com, milepost 64. What otherwise would be a rather ordinary Bigfoot sighting incident took an interesting turn when the 911 dispatcher turned to an Oregon Transportation Department website that just so happened to have a camera installed in the location where the creature was supposed to be seen. Incredibly, the device had a picture about the time of the incident, and a huge bipedal creature standing next to a guardrail can be seen in the photo. The fact that at the same time the camera recorded something abnormal is quite interesting, and at least shows that the driver did not invent the story. And that is the end of the article. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull up this photograph. And right here is the creature in question. I'm going to see if I can make it just a little bit bigger. So that is the creature that was captured on the traffic cam. Now obviously it's a little bit blurry now because I've blown it up substantially. If I take it back down to its normal size, that is the creature right there. But as we blow it up so we can get a little bit better look at it, it tends to blur it a little bit, but you can get the basic shape there. That is the photograph that was captured on the traffic camera at the time that the witness states that they saw the Bigfoot standing next to the guardrail. And at that time on the traffic camera, here is the supposed Bigfoot standing right next to the guardrail. Now from this picture, as I said, it's really blurry and it's a poor quality camera. But it appears here that it's got a cone-shaped head to where it comes up in a point. You can see a little bit of musculature, what it looks like musculature there on the back. That looks to be the buttocks of the creature, the legs going down. So it's definitely something standing there. It's some sort of bipedal creature that is standing there, most likely. If the shape of the head is actually coming up into more of a cone shape, that would seem to fit a lot of the descriptions that we have of Sasquatch. Now this one, you don't have the super clear, super wonderful picture that everybody wants. And some of the things that are going to be brought up in the comment section of this video, I'm sure, are where are the other pictures? If this traffic camera was taking pictures, we probably would have caught several. That's the way trail cams work. When you have a trail cam, it'll snap multiple pictures in a row. to where if something's moving across its field of vision, it triggers the camera, and the camera will snap picture, 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 picture. So you have a series usually. With traffic cameras, a lot of times they give you a single picture and then they refresh so many seconds later. So it could be possible that this is the only picture that actually captured the Bigfoot because it was running across or in movement and it just happened to be caught on this one picture, but when it refreshed, it wasn't there anymore, and the picture before, it wasn't there yet. That's a possibility. If there are other pictures, they're not included in this article, so I hope that answers that question, because I know I've gotten that question on other Bigfoot videos before that I've done of photographs from trail cams and stuff. People always say, where are the other pictures? There should be a series. I agree with you, there should be a series, but I can only present to you what is put into the article. If it's not there, I mean, they're not my pictures. So, but this is the picture we have to work with. I wish it wasn't so blurry, but there's nothing about this picture that says to me that it can't be a Bigfoot. It certainly resembles one. The shape of it brings a Bigfoot to mind. We have the eyewitness account that essentially says that they saw a Bigfoot that was standing next to the guardrail. It was gigantic. That would fit with Bigfoot as well, because these things go usually 10, 12 feet tall, at least 8 foot for the smaller ones, but all the way up to 12 foot. So that is definitely a very, very large creature. This creature, it's hard to tell the scale of it, but if this here is the guardrail, then it is certainly much taller than that. So that would fit the basic size of a Bigfoot as well. A lot of this is just trying to interpret a very blurry, very grainy photograph that we have here and see how it matches up with a witness statement. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this photograph. If you think that this is in fact a Sasquatch, we know that it is in fact something, because this is a traffic cam picture that was taken at the time of the supposed Bigfoot sighting from the witness. So we know that the witness saw something. The witness isn't making it up completely. There was something there, because right here it is. But what that something is, that's kind of open to speculation, unfortunately, because it's not a very good photograph. It doesn't appear to me to be a bear. I don't see any reason a bear would be standing up on its hind legs next to a guardrail like that, unless maybe this is its front legs and it's standing on the guardrail, where its back legs here are behind the guardrail and its front legs here are on top of the guardrail. That's a possibility. And then maybe it's hunched over a little bit. Could be. It's hard to tell. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the picture. Let me know if you think it's a bear, if you think it's a Bigfoot, or if you think that it's just something else altogether. I don't think it's a man, because there's a big difference between seeing a giant Bigfoot or bear and a man. I mean, those two things are kind of hard to confuse. But anyway, like I said, this one is open to interpretation, so let me know what you think. One thing that I would like to suggest is we get better cameras to operate as the traffic cameras so that we can get a little bit better picture. That would be wonderful, because the technology definitely exists to do so. It's primarily a cost issue, I would think, but I think that would be very helpful, not only in determining whether or not this thing is a Bigfoot or not, but also in determining all kinds of things in high-speed chases and police incidents. You'd really be able to get a better look at what is going on. This witness report kind of fits in really well with a lot of other witness reports that we get, because a lot of times when you get a witness report of somebody that has had a Bigfoot sighting, it's pretty much what happened here. The person is driving along and the Bigfoot comes running out of the brush, and they see it for a moment as it crosses the road in front of them, or they see it running beside the road or something along those lines, and then it runs off and disappears. So it usually only takes a second or two for the entire thing to happen. And unfortunately, in that little tiny span of time, it's difficult to not only get definitive proof as far as capture really good video or really good photograph of whatever it is you're seeing, because it just takes place so quickly, but also it's difficult to really get a lot of good details in a sighting, because a lot of times the person will give a general description of the creature that they saw, but the sighting took place so quickly that it's hard to give a lot of detail in that description. So in other words, you couldn't tell me what color its eyes were, or exactly how tall it was, or exactly what its build was, or a lot of those things. A lot of times what they see is something big, hairy, and running on two legs. And that's about all they know. Now, does the mind kind of fill in the blanks with what you expect a Bigfoot looks like because that's what you think you saw? Or is it a matter of you being able to pick up a lot more details in that quick of a time? I don't know for sure. There's no real way to know. Some of these sightings are of bears, but I don't believe that all of the sightings are of bears. I'm not one of those people that every time there's a Bigfoot sighting says 100% this is Bigfoot, no doubt. Because here we don't know. With this photograph, it could be or it could not be. We could very well be looking at a Bigfoot standing next to a guardrail or climbing over a guardrail here. Because whatever it is, it looks like it's climbing over a guardrail. That's what it looks like to me. Because I believe that this here is the guardrail, this is the creature's legs, and this might be its arms here. So it's either a bipedal creature like a Bigfoot that is reaching down and grabbing the guardrail to hop over it, or we could be looking at a bear that has its front paws on the guardrail and it's boosting itself up over the guardrail. And this, what we see here as a cone kind of shape of the head, might simply be the head and the back in an arch fashion here because it's jumping over something. Could be either one. Without a better photograph, it's honestly difficult to tell. But let me know down in the comments what you think, if you believe this is a Bigfoot or if you believe this is a bear. And as always, thank you for all the love and all the support that you give me. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. I would greatly appreciate that. Please check out the Staring into the Abyss radio show that I do every week. It's a lot of really interesting, great stuff to listen to. It's very well researched. You'll learn a whole lot. But as always, thank you for all the love. Thank you for listening. And until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.